E3 is nearly here, boys and girls, so you know what that means? It's time for some predictions. Oh, I love me a press conference. This is my Christmas. I couldn't give a shit about that other thing that happens in December. This is where my heart lies, and I don't care if it's all completely pointless. I know that most of the announcements don't see the light of day for another year or two, but I just can't help myself. I'm a slave to the hype. Although this year, and in recent years, devs and publishers keep trying to ruin the bloody thing for me by announcing everything before the conference. I understand that E3 is a very crowded few days, so any announcement is very quickly overshadowed by the next one. That's why we got the early announcements for Rage 2 and Fallout 76. It just gives them a chance to breathe a bit and sink into the mind of the populace. I know it might be a little bit selfish, but I don't really care about any of that, I just want the hype. Anyway, let's talk about the first third-party press conference and what we can expect from it. So first up, we got Satan Inc. EA. If you've ever watched an EA conference before, you probably already know how it's going to go. They'll probably show off 20 to 30 minutes of barely updated sports games that nobody cares about. Oh yeah, well if nobody likes them, then why do they make so much money? Well, it's quite simple really, because all they do is nickel and dime their audience for everything they've got. It's all for the investors, and besides, the E3 audience definitely doesn't care about the sports stuff. When you watch the stream, take a look at the Twitch chat. I bet it's filled with a bunch of shit posting. At least that's entertaining. Sports aside though, what else can we expect? Maybe it's time to get a glimpse of Respawn Entertainment's Star Wars game. Rumour has it, it's narrative focused, which is surprising considering they didn't shut these guys down. A company with way more experience and the writing talents of Amy Hennig. It was already so far in development, why did they cancel? You know what? I'm not getting into it. I've moved on. On a brighter note, Respawn's game is being directed by Stig Asmussen, and he directed God of War 3. So there is that to look forward to. Chances are there'll also be another smaller indie title this year, just as there have been in the last couple of years. Last year with A Way Out and the year before with Unravel. This is what I'll personally be looking forward to in the conference. I honestly don't care for whatever ulterior PR motive EA has for publishing these games. I'm just glad that these smaller devs get a chance to show off what they've been working so hard on. And of course they'll show off some gameplay for Battlefield 5, and there'll be a mobile game, chuck a bit of influencer cringe in here and there. Oh, and of course there will be more footage of Anthem, and it will look incredible because BioWare are so talented, but it won't matter because there's no way it's going to meet EA sales expectations. Then they're going to close down BioWare because they forced them to put shitty money-grabbing tactics in their game. And you might argue, well, actually, the developers make those decisions, not EA. Yeah, but only because if they don't, they can't make the insane amounts of money that EA expects them to make. I can't stand it. You know what? Just add them to the fucking pile. I know I said I was over it, but I miss visceral games, I miss Dead Space. So let me get this straight, let me actually just try and piece this together for a minute. You hired the studio that became famous for revitalizing the survival horror genre, and they did a fucking good job of it as well, might I add. Then you hired Amy Hennig to direct the damn thing. The writer of the Uncharted series, arguably the most famous story-based linear adventure game there is. What did you expect him to make? What's a bunch of knobheads? Next point. Maybe, if we're lucky, there'll be some kind of surprise, but I've got to be honest, ladies and gents, I couldn't care less about this company anymore. You know what would really get me interested though? If Andrew Wilson falls over on stage and fucks a few of his teeth up. No, nothing major, I don't want him to die or anything, I don't want him to choke on him, just, enough to mess up the shit-eating grin aspect of him, Just a quick disclaimer, I don't actually want Andrew Wilson to hurt himself, maybe just something embarrassing, like someone throws a dildo at him or something. Maybe he can use it to fuck himself like he fucked this. God, I hate this company.